night we finish Mass Effect 3 fully.
Probably.
It shouldn't take me too much longer. I think all I gotta do is just run through the Cerberus base and then the final run. Because there's no real reason to do the other DLC quests or such. So it would take another like like 2, 3 more days and everything.
So what do we know, Shepard? Edie?
The sanctuary facility was devoted to aiding refugees from Reaper-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently, and no communications have come or gone since. It is unclear why Kai Lang or Cerberus would be interested in Sanctuary.
If there's a clue to Cerberus here, we find it.
Sir, I'm picking up a signal from the facility. It's weak. I'll try to boost it.
This is Oriana Lawson. Stay away from Sanctuary. It's not what it seems. Please, you must listen to me. They're using...
Oriana, Miranda's sister? Looks like we found a first link to Cerberus.
Approaching the LZ. Seeing some damage, Commander, but no activity.
Cerberus does not get the jump on us this time. Stay sharp, people. Pretty big mess, Shepard. Lots of combat.
Yeah, but who was fighting? Everyone hear that?
The radio's offline. Something's jamming our signals.
We got trouble.
A harvester?
I saw it! Cancel it.
Take them out before they get close.
Watch for the sniper.
I was like, I'll just let you.
Looks like they were evacuating.
And looks like the Reapers were chasing them out.
About time they started killing each other.
For your safety, communication devices are strictly forbidden.
What happened here?
I don't know. Come on.
Cerberus on the move. Came from that tower.
Then that's where we're headed.
Understood.
Arrivals are asked to submit their possessions to our sorting staff for inspection. They will be returned inside the...
Security cam footage. The place where they sorted out refugees. That's a lot of people.
Come on, let's keep looking. Come on, let's keep looking.
This must be another landing area.
I was just waiting for you to start repeating that endlessly.
So was I.
Casualties, both sides.
More Cerberus!
They don't even have armor.
Nope.
Don't a lot of these enemies have armor on the other run through, or am I thinking wrong? Not armor, but shield.
I'm pretty sure they at least had shields.
An observation deck. Looks like a dead end.
I
Yeah,
know
I think
they
that's
had
what we
stupid amounts of health.
Yeah, I think that's what we noticed right there and everything. They had shields, and everything as well.
Mass Effect 1, they did that. I'm not sure if they did that in this one or not.
This is Miranda
Pretty
Lawson.
sure they did.
If you've managed to get this far, you must be desperate or stupid.
Because it definitely feels like I'm like a lot less, like I'm ripping through them a lot less, if it's on
A lot
armor.
more, you mean?
Yeah, a lot normal.
Turn back now.
More.
There is
Bleh.
no help to be found here. All communications
You're doing very well.
from the central tower.
Yes.
Sanctuary
As
is
for
alive.
that, just because you're ripping through them doesn't quite mean that they had shields and armor
So, we've
more.
got
It just
Cerberus,
means they
Reapers,
have a
and
shit ton
Miranda's
more
ready.
health on insanity difficulty.
That is true.
You would have ripped through them a lot faster on insanity if you had James with that typhoon sooner.
That Cerberus tech already
I wish I
shows
had
a
equipped
different
that sooner.
Modifications? A lot of
Makes me almost wonder if you could actually beat Mass Effect, the entire series, without doing any of the shooting yourself
You probably could. It just take sweet
on
fucking
insanity.
time. I don't even know how that would work.
Lots of reviving.
Oh, easily.
Cerberus and using Reaper technology. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
Actually, this place doesn't end up seeming to have anything actually that bad compared to pretty much anywhere else you've been.
Command center by the looks of it.
There.
Needs power.
Look around for a switch.
I mean, you can say it's kind of
Those
bad
aren't
that they're using the
refugees, right?
refugees as test objects, but
They're just rounding them up and killing them. Worse. They're being turned into husks.
Yeah, funny how we had a whole system on how husks were created in Mass Effect 1 and even Mass Effect 2, and this one is just a fucking gas.
yeah, I was just about to say that too. I was like, yeah, they're creating husks via gas now. It's like fuck if they make that and give that to all their troops, everybody's fucked.
So we're not going to question how it is that this ultra uniquely powerful supercomputer race couldn't figure out how to make a gas product out of that, but apparently Cerberus, with limited manpower, was able to. Keep in mind, we are literally millennia away from being even as advanced as the Protheans were,
They escaped.
and the Protheans were supposedly significantly below what the Reapers were even just an iota capable of.
Exactly.
But apparently Cerberus was able to figure this out
Yep.
within a couple weeks.
Like, of course. Well, that all makes sense.
On this difficulty, you might as well punch him.
Reaper forces!
Must be left over from the attack.
Oh, I got him stuck in the up there.
I see him.
Kind of sad that in each one of these games, the forces that you fight really are extremely limited.
That is true. They don't really give you too many of an enemy selection.
I'm just thinking about how many times you've basically fought against Rachni in this game. This one specifically. Like, Mass Effect 1 actually kind of set up a lot of potential. It had Rachni show up. It had you actually fight, you fought Rachni, you fought people who were Thorian infused, you fought people who were fully Thorian transplanted, you fought the Geth, let's see, you fought multiple different styles of Geth, actually. You end up fighting some Turians here and there, the Krogans you fight some Asari. Pretty sure you fight at least a couple Solarians in there.
Probably. Some humans, of course.
Humans, obviously. Yeah, you fight a lot of things in Mass Effect 1. Then Mass Effect 2,
It was the
You
three
kind of
groups.
fight some of these, but you basically can summarize them to 3 different mercenary groups and Geth.
And the
Wait, no,
collectors.
no, Geth and collectors.
Yeah.
So you got basically 5 choices there. Some of those 5 choices admittedly had some other things in them, like you got Vorcha added to
She
it,
said that shipments were
but
sent to the
you
elusive
also
man.
really
They
didn't
used
fight
them
much
to find
else.
him.
Yeah.
Good catch.
And
Then
I
in this
mean, this
one,
one you can kind of say that you're fighting
you can
different
kind of
enemies
say
with.
they upgraded a few types, but even then, they kind of got rid of a lot of types too, which limits your actual enemies.
Yeah.
I mean, most every one of the Cerberus soldiers can literally just be a Cerberus soldier with a different name attached. Mass Effect 2, you at least had like the Norse robots you fought.
Yeah.
Those were a little bit different, though they showed up way too often. The Atlas robots is the only thing that really replaces them in this. Yeah, for the series, it's a little sad to say that while Mass Effect 3 kind of does have some variety, Mass Effect 1, being a much lower budget game because of the fact it was a new title, the company wasn't as big at the time, so on and so forth, it actually kind of has almost as much variety as Mass Effect 3 did.
Father is working for the elusive man.
And now I have to wonder how Andromeda will be.
Heavy resistance outside the tower. If you're receiving this, I've got evidence you cannot ignore. Confirmation
So
that
kind of
Father
fight
is working for the
not
elusive
Rachni, but
man.
Thresher Maws. You only fight one of those in Mass Effect 2, and that's a boss.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1, you fought multiples on
Yeah, I
different
think
planets.
it was like 5 of them or
Reaper
something.
subjects we converted are responding, but it's difficult to maintain.
I thought that might be the case. Not to worry, Henry.
I think there's at least 5 you can fight and everything. Because I know there's like 3 on one world and everything, if I remember.
Is that possible? I don't know. I'll play the rest of it.
Yeah, now thinking on it for Andromeda, it's like,
We've done it. We've found
I'm
a way
like,
to corrupt their control signal. As long as
what
the
do I
Reaper
really
troops
remember
remain
for
in
the
close
enemies?
proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Mass Effect 1's enemies were more memorable. Not like literally memorable like they did some special, just... You remember the Thorian, you remember the Arachnite to some extent,
But it's good news for
you
us.
remember fighting the
Finally have our right to
Asari,
Cerberus.
you remember these different groups that you actually fought.
Come on, let's move.
If I were to ask you which group was in Blue Suns, I doubt you could remember the ones right now.
Hell, also Patarians too.
Damn it. Kai Lang has the jump on her.
You didn't mention Patarians. That was one of the things too you fought.
Yeah, but you fight them in 2 as well. Again, you kind of forgot that they were even in 2. This is kind of my point. Even things you remember for 1, you kind of forget in 2.
Yeah.
Then again, Batarians weren't very memorable. It's basically her human dad.
Basically.
It kind of made no sense to even include it. They have some problem with humans, but if you remember, the lore claims that the Turian-human war just happened. You don't really hear shit about human versus Batarian war going on at the time.
Nope. Other than just
apparently
like,
humans did something to Batarians that pissed them off, and now, everyone hates humans, Batarians relationships.
Yeah, what it was is, if I recall, is the humans just basically intrigued and went on into their areas and everything. And be like, nah, I'm taking over this spot. You can have that other spot over there. It's like, but I don't want that spot. It's like, too bad.
I kind of don't think that's it, because the Batarians sure do seem to have a severe hatred of humans, more akin to a fight that happened situation. Not like, oh, I took your land and so you're mad about it kind of fight, but full-fledged war. The Batarians and human interaction is more like a war happened than the Turian and human interaction is. Keep in mind that supposedly the Turian-human interaction happened within something like the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, if you want an example of that, there's still plenty of people who are hostile to Germany after World War II in America.
Not surprising, of course.
It's been about 100 years since that happened.
Yeah.
So suddenly
And-
happy relationships between Turians and humans, which is what happens in this game if you're looking at how many Turians do you see have anti-human sentiment?
You only had that
Saren.
1 and 2, and then you had and then you have Saren. Then you have a few who dislike, but none you could really say is too major. But and yet
Even
you
though
would
there
figure,
would have
like,
been animosity between the two sides.
yeah, you would figure there would be a major animosity.
Now, which side do you have animosity with, Kit?
A group that you just basically took some land from, apparently.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one seems more like you had yourself a full-fledged war with?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're all coming from that room up ahead.
Let's get over there.
And the reason I don't fully trust that aspect of what it kind of implies with the Batarians is because Batarians are kind of not liked by any group, if you noticed.
Yeah, they're kind of like everybody hates them.
Yeah. And then they just kind of get wiped out in this game.
Basically.
They come off like they were basically just supposed to be there as an evil faction, almost like orcs in most fantasy settings.
That's true.
I see a doorway.
That does feel like that's what they were made out to be.
They are the space orc of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Shepard.
You don't really have much of their whole society explained out either.
No kidding.
They're kind of the one group that doesn't really have you spend a lot of time learning about them. They're just kind of treated like they're pirates, basically.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Miranda, can you hear me?
That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job, but I will.
This ends here.
On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Let her go.
So, thing was here beforehand.
Don't let him take
Yeah.
her. Shepard.
So why is it that Miranda dies from just
I have
throwing
no
him out a
problem.
window?
I just want Oriana and the research.
Well, she was
You
stabbed
are loved.
apparently by
You
him,
get your
by
life in return.
the guy and
She
everything.
doesn't carry med gel.
Apparently not.
All right. Take her.
It's amazing how universally available that is. Also, keep in mind, if she's in such bad shape, look at the amount of effort she has no problem putting forth.
No,
No
dear.
kidding.
Miranda. Miranda, I'm sorry. Listen to me. Listen.
It's like, I mean, I could have sworn
I
she
wanted you to
survives,
have
but
a
maybe
normal life.
that's because I didn't even bother with her in the
Children.
the Citadel visits
Things
that
I
she's
could
supposed to
never
be
have.
around.
I know.
Because the thing you did
just
with
wanted
a
my
lot of
sister.
those things, and she still fucking dies.
Yep.
I love you, Ori. I love you too. Shepard.
I'm here.
Before Kai Lang left, I planted a trace on him.
A trace? You thought of everything.
Not everything,
Except bringing med gel in case she gets hurt.
but at least Ori is safe.
It's like, yeah, it's like, shut up and start applying the med gel.
No.
You know, the thing that
Yeah.
literally brings people back to life.
I'll keep your sister
Yeah,
safe.
so it doesn't really make sense. They're this whole dramatic scene. I understand it's using RPG logic where the
Yeah.
only time mortality actually comes in is during a cutscene. But this is a game in which, in a case of like Final Fantasy, you can maybe make an argument that Phoenix Downs don't actually exist and it's just a game mechanic because they
Yeah.
barely ever make mention of them. In this game, they literally had a guy explain when you're walking through the Citadel, well, through the hospital area. They had a guy literally explaining that med gel applied to a location is a good idea ahead of time before you realize, before it's too late, because it can be beneficial, and if you apply it fast enough, it keeps it so you don't have to sterilize the location.
Hell, I mean, I had
They
to
have
add
an
it
actual
to.
nuanced explanation for it going on casually through the world, which means it does exist.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, I had to do it for the one Batarian guy in the sick wing and everything in number 2. And it actually helped him quite a bit, apparently. Enough for him to get back and get to Morton's lab and everything to get
Sanctuary did need
cured.
to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers
So
wasn't worth all
it's
those
not
lives.
exactly the same as a Phoenix Down, where it could just be excused as a game mechanic.
Yes, we had a tracer on Kyle
Basically,
when he reported back.
I mean, and hell, it's shown also to work fast because, yeah. I mean, hell, the, what's the lady with the for the false shepherd quest and everything? She said she even got meta gelled. She's like, oh, it makes. They said it would make me hyper. Am I being hyper? I was like, yeah, just a bit.
Anderson is available on VidCom.
Yeah, but she was a dumb idiot too.
Yeah, she was.
They try and play it off like, oh, she's actually a genius. She was just putting on an act. But if she was putting on an act, she would have known to make herself more likable so that people didn't want to fucking jettison her out the back of a ship. Let's be honest here. The wrong person got dropped off that ship.
I agree.
Clone Shepard had potential.
Yeah. Like fuck, if one makes the Reapers want to flee, put 2, then fuck, they'd be like, oh screw it, we're turning around. Like we'll wait another 100 years right there, let them die, then we'll do it.
Yeah, the clone wasn't actually that bad of a. Could have actually been turned into something good. They weren't exactly shown to be that actually bad. They tried to claim it with the, oh, you haven't been helping humans at all kind of shit, but yeah, that's something that could have been weaned out of them over time, especially when they actually got to see the crew and shit like that.
Yeah.
The act of saving them could have been something that could have shown some sort of humanity that they weren't privy to at a time. So yeah, it just seems kind of annoying that the one that gets saved is the bitch who basically spent the entire time being completely fucking annoying and nobody likes. And then she just gets away scot-free because you glared at her.
Shepard, the intel you sent looks good. The fleets are ready to go.
But
once we're committed against Cerberus, it won't be long before the Reapers take notice.
And the Crucible?
Ready, except for the catalyst. But there's no way to hide the ships we'll be sending at Cerberus. Once we attack, the Crucible won't stay safe for long. For all intents and purposes, an assault on Cerberus will be the first stage of our attack on Earth.
What happens if Cerberus doesn't have the intel we need? Or they stop us from getting it?
Then we lead the fleets to Earth and we take our chances. But your intel points to Cerberus and the elusive man holding the information we're looking for. And we have the element of surprise. Cerberus won't know what hit him.
The Reapers and Cerberus started this. Now we're gonna end it.
I'll get the fleets mobilized.
It's going to take a few more hours for the fleets to mobilize.
Now this is the time I was expecting the scene to pop and everything for that trophy to pop.
Come up with anything good?
It's because of all those flirtatious moments.
Yep.
Stay here with me until the call comes.
For as long as you want.
And then the next thing you guys do at that time is just play Call of Duty.
And hell, that's not even a real major scene either. It's just like, yeah, pop your mask off, and then straight to Dream World.
Already wearing the dorky ass armor too.
I know, right?
I look like I'm an Iron Man ripoff.
I do, don't I?
Admittedly, the live-action Iron Man's kind of came after this, so I guess they are more of a ripoff of this.
Haha.
How the plating is on your stomach and such, or torso, I'd almost argue that it almost looks like a more advanced variant of the armor Isaac Clarke uses in Dead Space.
Oh, we already did point out some Dead Space 1 in Mass Effect 1. So.
Some hints at possibly some connection kind of bullshit, yeah. I can pretty much guarantee there isn't actually a connection.
Of course.
Hey,
You okay?
my system has adapted. No more negative reaction to you anymore. That's how we survive.
Is it how we survive? Adapting.
To a cold
So that
or interspecies
possibility.
contact.
And hell,
Yet
she
they're
was
stuck
able
on a
to.
fucking ship.
Yeah, and hell, she was able to adapt like so fast too. Because as far as I know, you guys have only done it twice now.
Have I not have I not pointed out how dumb it was that they're stuck on a ship yet? Because I'm pretty sure she literally just proved how dumb it is that they're still stuck on a ship.
Oh yeah.
I know. And when I feel that way,
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you have.
Cool, because it's very dumb.
It is.
whenever
I mean, hell, she could have her. She could be. I mean, hell, she's been on this one forever and everything. She could have already had hers off. No problem.
The strike team is in. We've got our foothold. Fifth Fleet, all forward. I don't want a single Cerberus ship in my sky when we're through.
Shepard, I should accompany you on this mission.
Why?
This is the central point of operations for Cerberus. They will have enhanced security measures. With my knowledge of Cerberus algorithms and this body's updated protocols, I offer the best chance to help you succeed.
Grab your gear.
Once again, keep in mind, they literally decided to start revamping a new AI after her.
Yep.
Which apparently they were stupid enough to stick inside a body that they could just remotely control from a distance anyway.
Exactly.
But not only that, they had upgraded the AI, and apparently at no point did they think, huh, so Eva Core is gone. I guess we should go ahead and update the AI again. Did you not give them guns?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're the only one allowed a gun. They're just gonna punch everything to death.
Well,
Got it.
they have their pistols and such. I just haven't bothered updating them with the strongest weapons. Not like they need them.
Hey, I got us to Ilos. I can do this. It might be a bumpy ride, though.
Not like they need them with me having the tower.
That's also a really dumb argument for him to say if you really think about it.
Are you crazy?
Huh.
You can't go to
He got you to Ilos. He can do this. That's what he just said.
Oh.
Simply put, quick rundown. Which one was worse? The Omega Beacon? Well, yeah, the Omega Beacon.
Or the
Or
Ilos.
Ilos. The Ilos run or the Omega Relay? Which one actually was harder to get to?
Huh, that's a toughie right there. Huh, a quick jump through one of the gates and then flying to a planet for a small drop-off. Or... or having to dodge through lasers, shipwrecks, and everything.
Lasers, multiple singularities, and if you just happen to push the wrong thing, even though you need a very, very, very specific core piece, you have a good chance of being ripped to shreds. I don't know. I'm sitting. Ilos is probably the worst one there. Yeah. A planet
Like,
people
quick, turn the
basically
shields
knew
off.
about and it's already dead, and people just had to basically just land on. Much worse.
Yeah. That's funny. Yep, and like I pointed out right there in the bad recording and everything, they could have just turned the shields on right there. and we would have been splat.
Kinetic barriers seem to magically not happen to work unless it happens to actually be guns you're shooting. But unless you're inside the ship, then for some reason you can't leave it.
Exactly.
Like I also said in that bad recording.
Shepard, they're launching fighters! Shepard, we've got next incoming!
Okay, I gotta go see what's going on.
Yeah. Whee!
Security breach in Hangar 16. Initiating Achilles Protocol.
Shepard, Cerberus intends to vent the hangar bay.
Can you stop them?
I need an active console. Try the upper level.
Achilles Protocol.
I've got a
That
console.
kind of doesn't sound like a thing you name something. Just being breaching into their hangars.
Can you open the hangar?
No. However, I can access their fighter launch controls.
We'll have to ask Theron when he gets back and everything what he thinks on that. It seems kind of little weird right there to call just call that inventing.
What?
Well, they were like activate the Achilles protocol and everything, which is venting the bunker and everything, or to venting the garage area. I was like, that doesn't sound like that would be a proper name for it.
They're not stopping us now.
I understand it'd be like the Achilles heel of it, but
Exactly. So why would you call it that?
yeah. It's like it's just venting. It's right there. That's it. It's like unless you guys want to sound special and everything, I guess.
Keep in mind, this is also in the game in which they have robots from Norse mythology kind of set up implied with their names, and then they follow that up with a robot whose name is from Greek mythology.
Oh God, that was probably the reason why then, why they decided to name it that.
Overriding safeties. The fighter should now.
My point is that the people who made this game, they sometimes name shit just because they want to be edgy or they think it sounds cool. They're not actually thinking of how it actually makes sense in their theme.
Yeah.
If you don't think I'm right about that, tell me why the one mechs, robots were called Lokis.
Yeah,
Or why
then
the
this
one that
one
was
they
running
became
around-
something else. We haven't really
Yeah.
seen it. They never really
They
used
did-
that model. I think it was only on one mission.
The central lab was located behind.
Pretty sure it never really, you don't fight them in Mass Effect 3.
No, I could have sworn we saw him once.
I don't think we did. I think you're remembering. See those mechs there? They're not calling them anything Norse related. It's an Atlas. Keep in mind that if I remember correctly, the large drones in the large robots in Mass Effect 2 were called Ysmir, which was also Norse. See, for some reason they had this fixation on Norse names with their robots in that game. And then in this one, for some reason, they went Greek.
Yeah.
It comes off... Oh, look, you could have used a mech.
Oh.
It comes off to me kind of like one of those situations where people just go like, oh, I'm trying
there's
to
one on
name
the other side, too.
something. And then they're like, oh, okay, what you gotta name it? Oh, I'm thinking something edgy because it sounds cool.
They're D&D players.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Keep in mind, this is a tabletop game, technically. It's at least
I
inspired
wonder if
by
there
them.
is a tabletop version of Mass Effect.
Cerberus has
Like if somebody made a, if they made a,
Maybe not official though. That would actually be a good idea for them to make some money.
true.
I might shit on the games for the story, but at the same time, I would probably play a tabletop set in this universe.
Yeah, I could see
Then
it.
again, I'd also probably be working for Cerberus.
as we pointed out.
Guarantee 90% of people would eventually play for Cerberus at least once.
Yeah.
Instruction left by the fighter will offer the most direct route.
Yes, everybody wants to be the bad guy at least once.
Yeah. Plus, also with all these alien races doing such stupid shit, there's going to be at least some people get frustrated with it and just go, you know what? Fuck it. Cerberus has it right. I mean, do keep in mind, again, near the end of this game, Cerberus is basically doing the same thing you are. The only difference is that you basically go, no, that's not right.
It's like, no, you're that bad guy because I say you're bad.
Actually do take damage from whatever surface you smack them into.
Yep.
Not often a lot of damage, but they do take damage from it.
Exactly.
We will be through momentarily. Shepard, that console has not been fully scrubbed. It contains data you may find interesting.
What am I looking at?
Project Lazarus.
It's like, I'm good.
How's that door coming, Edie?
I was like, I'm good. We watched it on the other one.
Incursion team, what's your status?
We've cleared the hangar and are inside the base.
And also, this just comes off like ED just wanted to reveal a secret about herself anyway.
We'll find what we need.
Well, that's the next
Think
one.
about it. She just outright goes, that terminal has information you might find useful. You should check it out. Then it's the stuff about you, and the next terminal in place is the one about her.
Yeah.
Where she basically she's basically going, you should check out these terminals. They'll totally hold the information you want. And then what it actually is just information about her existence.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, really isn't very endearing to her if you think about it. It's basically saying, hey, I'm the rogue VI that you almost destroyed.
Except it doesn't make sense either, also. Because
The rogue VI was connected with the Alliance, not Cerberus, I know.
Not to mention, it's a VI. It's got pre-programmed things, so how would it even think of anything specially new?
But that would take conceptual understanding, and they try to explain that with the Geth claiming that Reaper Tech just somehow magically makes them basically turns a code into real life.
Yeah. It adds that certain special spark.
Might as well just call Reapers Pinocchios at that point.
No, that would be blue fairies then.
Yeah, that one works. We'll call Reapers Blue Fairies from now on.
It's like, oh no, it's the blue fairy, red for your life.
We're just gonna call them fairies.
I was like, oh no, it's the fairy, red for your life.
I will bypass the lock. If you are interested, the console nearby is...
I'm good.
See, she even hosts you right to it to find the information out.
Yeah.
Literally, she is trying to basically force you into finding out about her past because, hey, check it out, check it out. Hey, did you know this was me?
Admiral, we're in deep and the Prothean VI will be in the safest part of the station. Don't hold back.
This isn't a coup, Shepard. I want everyone to come out of this one alive.
I'll be fine. Just take Cerberus down. Please.
Understood,
Yeah,
Commander.
blow us the fuck up right there.
That actually doesn't make sense, that little defense that he makes there. Keep in mind the story that you were going with for this guy with the fucked up face. His was that he was attacked by Thresher Maw or something like that, and it destroyed a bunch of places.
Yeah.
And you were just lucky to survive.
Surprised Cerberus recovered
But
things from the
in
base.
your evil one, it was the one where you sent a bunch of men to their death and happened to come out winning.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense that he'd be lecturing you in this regard on that, because literally you weren't in a situation like that.
Don't regret standing with you when you were with Cerberus, Shepard. But I'm glad we're shutting this down.
So am I.
Cerberus is actively using the surviving pieces. The central core, analogous to the heart, is largely intact.
Hell, just looking at tally for this this thing right here, I'm like, you know, if they had kept that face mask that I have on her at the moment, because you can't see anything in it and everything. She stopped fucking ducking right there. So that might have added to it and everything. While the original mask, as you pointed out, you can clearly see through.
Yes.
So yeah, they should have went with that instead, huh?
Yeah, and chances are the reason that you can see through was actually accidental. They probably had a specific design in place, they wanted to cloud it, but they wanted to have certain features kind of shine through, primarily the eyes with their glow. And so they had things set up like that. And because they needed certain aspects to it, they just figured they'd throw in a placeholder model. So they used a placeholder head of a human. And as things went on, they just decided, okay, well, people want this solved, so here's just a way for us to solve it without having to make a special thing.
Yeah.
We'll just take the voice actress who did the voice for her, put her on this picture, and Photoshop it some. That is what they did.
Oh, I know.
The woman in the picture is supposed to be the voice actress for Tali.
Yeah, I find that extremely funny on how it is. At least she looks nice. Right, at least she looks nice, I will say.
Yeah, but everyone expected something special because they had been hyping it up. It's like Master Chief removing his head, and the best thing that Halo could do is never show his face.
I agree. I mean, they showed him as a kid somewhat, if you...
But they didn't age him up, they didn't show him as an adult or anything like that. Do not show his face. If they ever have him take his mask off, his helmet off, there better be another smaller helmet underneath.
Just to fuck with everybody, yeah.
It's not even a fuck with everybody thing. At this point, people are so invested in seeing what his face looks like, and this is a problem with Tali as well that I tried to explain to people when it was mentioned. There is such a hype around what is under that mask that if they show it, there are so many grand ideas that will just be destroyed.
It is
not a good idea to show his face at this point. It wasn't even them hyping it up. Literally, the imaginations of people. They wanted to know what was under it.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
It's like how Duke Nukem's the 2006 one was and everything. Everybody was waiting for Duke Nukem forever and everything. Yet it couldn't live up to the hype, not to mention everything else, but yeah.
This might seem like a situation similar to Doom. You know, Doom Guy in Doom Eternal, they have him take off his helmet.
Yeah.
But it's really not. Believe it or not, Doom Guy has a face.
Yeah, Doom Guy has a face, and everything. It's been seen since the first one.
Exactly. That little face sprite you see, that's supposed to be his face.
Yeah.
So it was never hidden. Master Chief, you never see his face.
Exactly.
And if they were because of that, people's minds went wild with the idea of what his face looks like under there. Is he scarred to shit because of all the experimentation? Is he perfect? Does he have a cleft chin? Does he look like the fucking Enjoyer meme where he just has the massive fucking chin and this sculpted face that looks like there's unrealistic proportions? Is he going to look like he's just a baby face? Is it partially right off from that fucking helmet being on there for so long because of all the sweat and other such things? Because all that shit, people have taken the time to think about it. They've done the calculations, they've done all this kind of expectations of what it must look like. And if they release that face, no matter what, all those ideas are going to be destroyed.
Oh yeah.
And upon which, people are going to be mad.
Of course.
The same is true with Tali and the Quarians. They spent 3 games basically hyping up, not on purpose. They never promised to show the Quarian's face or anything like that. But because people had time for 3 games to imagine what all they looked like, that led to a scenario in which they had envisioned different ideas in their mind, and people argue over what was underneath.
Basically, because
Then they
yeah, that's what I
reveal it,
did
and
for
it's a
me and
fucking
everything.
human.
That's what it was for me, yeah. Because it's like, wait a minute, she's just a freaking human with a different skin color.
You're willing to do everything it takes.
What the frick? And different
Yeah.
feet and hands and everything, but still, that's like
People
really.
before then, the imagination was king because people could actually think on a lot of designs. Not only that, they could design any sort of look. The Cthulhu face Quarian is the one that I thought looked the most interesting.
That one? What? I'd have to see
simply-
that one.
But simply put, the simple designs of these imaginary ideas, because no one knew what they actually looked like, these designs could work because there was no canonical revelation to show it.
Yeah.
You still think you can do this your way?
One thing I'd like to see, right, that I would have liked to have seen now that I'm thinking about how she dances and everything in the Citadel one and everything. Maybe some sort of snake lady. Because she kind of dances really fluid-like looking.
Reptilian is what you're wanting.
Yeah. At least reptilian-ish.
I've almost got it.
Edie, I'm surprised at you, working so hard to bring about the Reaper's destruction.
Don't listen to him.
You could have destroyed Eva's body, but instead, you chose to control it.
It was necessary.
My point, exactly.
I've got it.
It's like my point exactly. And it's like, no, kind of still difference here.
Enjoy your little chat, but don't
Whereas Edie wants to use it to help. You want to use it just so you have more power.
That doesn't really make it different, Kit.
Would think it would be.
No, that's just some bullshit people try and make you think a moral equivalent is based off.
Huh.
It is known as the Citadel.
What?
The catalyst is the Citadel.
It's like this, Kit.
So the
One,
Crucible
this is
and
why I was
Citadel
stating
together
that at
stop
the
the
end,
Reapers.
the two are basically the same.
Correct.
But
If
the
you look
Citadel
into the
was built by
details of
Reapers.
it, you'll find that what you're doing in this situation is basically the same thing. You're creating a device that can command the Reapers, but it can also shut them off.
The Crucible plans were adapted
Yeah.
to incorporate the use of the catalyst. Presumably, the Crucible
You're making a thing that makes both choices available, and both choices would actually succeed as the necessary means to do what you need to do. It just seems as though one side wants to, one side doesn't, even though it doesn't really make sense as to why it would be like that in the first place.
I am programmed to withhold that information until the Crucible is
Sorry, I'm slightly distracted looking at all these different concept arts now.
Let's get it to the
Hey, you trying to find it?
no longer be possible.
Yep.
Ah, cool.
Why not?
Oh, I can't find it. You can look at them.
The one you
Lame.
call the elusive man has fled to the Citadel.
There is a stupid amount of much better looking concept designs for their heads.
Then the Citadel is in danger. The Reapers will take control of it.
Huh.
They already have. The Citadel has been moved to the Reaper-controlled space.
Moved. To where?
To the system you refer to as Soul.
Earth.
Correct. The Reaper forces will now consolidate power around the catalyst and protect it at all costs. The odds of accessing it are remote.
Don't count us out yet. We've come this far, and we'll finish this. We'll get the Crucible to Earth.
I hope you find success.
Edie, get me Hackett. He needs...
Not so fast. You. He did warn you not to overstay your welcome.
They definitely do look nice, yeah.
But see, there's actually a significant amount of different concepts that still keep the humanoid shape in many regards
Yeah.
that could have actually fit for it.
And it's time for
We would've made-
everybody's favorite show. Let's make him a puppet.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense as to why they designed her that way unless it's a situation of they just didn't have the resources as necessary to make it look like they initially wanted, so they just figured they'd skip it together. But at the same time, the moment they waited 3 games to reveal her face, if anything, if they wanted to reveal the Quarians' faces, they needed to reveal one during the first game or during the second game.
Yeah.
If they wanted to keep it still somewhat a mystery, they should have had a situation in which it was Quarian's face shield got destroyed, and so you only see, you know, a mangled up corpse type of thing, so it doesn't fully show it off. Something to kind of give people a teaser without revealing it outright.
That could work, yeah. That would have worked, definitely.
It's the thing. If you did that, they would have grounded a certain amount of the imagination downwards. It's a very important thing to do that sort of thing, and that's kind of where they screwed up with the Quarian face reveal.
Come on, wake up and go slam another spot, please.
But yeah, all those that's the reason for the face reveal problem with Quarian in the first place. It's not even that they tried to keep the face hidden, as I've stated. It's literally the fact that they revealed it. That reveal was a lot more important than they envisioned it to be, and it just basically there was no winning. It was a lose-lose. If they kept it hidden, it would have been their best choice.
Yeah.
If they revealed it and it was significantly alien, there'd be a lot of people pissed off about it. If they revealed it and it was significantly human, a lot of people would have been pissed off about it.
Oh, I've seen this one before. I forget what it's from now. Okay.
That's not the face in question. That's just a predator inside the Quarian mask. It's still funny, especially the last line where he's pouring water on his crotch, saying, "If it cries, you can't fuck it."
And it being ice water at that too. Still funny. But yeah, I remember that one.
Wish I could find the Cthulhu-esque face that I was trying to remember.
That was for Miranda, you son of a bitch.
Bah.
Did you do a level act?
I like the Renegade one more because he literally slashes behind him and everything. Well, this one he just literally waits until he stabs the keyboard and everything.
It is too late. I recommend investigating a means of conserving.
Yeah, because one is you just magically being able to see the fucking past. Well, see the future.
Yeah. You gave us a chance, and we're not done yet.
Oh, hey, they fixed the face reveal too. Apparently, someone did a comparison with the brand new and legendary edition, and they gave a different picture for the face reveal.
Ah.
Which, since you're getting your Mac on with them, that means you should be able to do that, right? Find the picture.
I can't access my ship anymore, I don't think. Because I think it's straight to Earth now.
And whose fault is that?
Everybody's. Everybody's fault, except for mine.
You heard that, 0 people who are watching. It's your fault.
Just enough.
Do we know what's going on? Why it's here?
The Citadel is the catalyst. Thanks to the elusive man, the Reapers are now aware that we know.
And so they moved it here to protect it?
As far as I can tell.
Still not a major real reveal. It's just basically
About that, but
they removed the mask of the character model, basically.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They look a bit more cybernetic-ish.
Huh. That's neat a little bit.
Yeah, disappointing still, but yeah.
You can at least understand it would be a little bit because if they're making the
It looks like this is what they replaced it with.
Let's take a look-see. Oh, okay. I got access to everything but the. So I can go look up now. I can go up there and everything. Cool.
Well, hey, that means you can go try and find the picture. You should know where it is.
Yeah, I know where it is. Oh, that one? Okay.
So much for Cerberus. All that's left now is Earth.
Well, you can confirm or deny whether this is the case by finding the picture. Because I'm going by internet rules here, which means it could literally, what I could be sending you could literally just be some trolling asshole online.
Yeah, it's...
Until you show it.
It should be right there. It should have been right there.
Could have been. So you've done something wrong.
Because I could have sworn it was right over here and everything on his on the desk.
Okay, well, give me a moment. I'll try and figure out how you get the map. Well, get the picture.
Hmm. That's odd. Eh? Yeah, no. Thought I saw it on the screen on the computer.
It says Romancer in S Effect 3, and you get it to show up in his cabin. So I guess you weren't romantic enough with all her fucking advances literally trying to suck your face off.
So it seems.
That apparently wasn't romancing her.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be right here and everything. Oh well.
You know, I don't quite get. You would have figured that they would have given you like some kind of Korean themed armor with the fact that you were trying to romance her. You'd figure she'd want you wearing similar stuff.
That would be a neat thing right there. Get a certain armor suit for romancing them, other than just the other than just being like, hey, here's a really subpar scene with the character.
No one cares about your sexual fantasies, Kit. Just give me fancy armor.
Exactly. It's like I would have liked that.
And people have apparently already modded in her face to be maskless through the game.
It's like, damn it, I could have. It's like, I should have got it on PC then. Huh.
Permission granted.
Aha! Found the best variant of of Tali's face reveal.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah, Rex.
Commander?
Admiral?
Are you ready to bring the might of the galaxy to bear on the Reapers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready to bring the bare fucking minimum.
So which ending you picking this time?
I was thinking of going straight ahead and everything for the mixed together ending.
Never before have so many come together from all quarters
As
of
well,
the galaxy.
he stated that technically it very much obviously is a lie.
An enemy such as this.
Because, well, again, we literally never see anyone else die, so that obviously means the whole bullshit the Catalyst told you was a lie.
They will terrorize
But
the population.
we might as well see what other good endings and happy endings you get from the other choices, right?
Right.
They will advance until our last.
I'll give them credit. They fixed the endings. At least in my opinion, the endings were somewhat fixed.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people are still mad about them, but it's not a multicolored choice bullshit anymore. There is an actual thing to it.
Yeah, there's at least them going like, hey, this happened, this happened too.
Yeah.
But yeah, instead of just going, hey, this is the color.
While they keep the enemy engaged, you and Hammer ground forces can take London.
London? Why aren't we hitting the Citadel directly?
Anderson can brief you on that.
Why can't you brief him? It's basically Citadel shut down, can't get on.
We're ready to end this. But as you can
And there's no sideways into it.
Damn it. Gotta get the arms open to dock the
You
cruiser.
would
I like
figure
the
there's
fact that no one thinks to use Ilos again.
But London is surrounded by Hades cannons. Hammer transports can't land while they're active. You lead us
That's
forward
obviously a
to the
joke, because I think they state that Ilos can only go through once before it blows up again. Because convenience in Mass Effect 1.
I don't believe there was, but yeah, now thinking on it, right there, Ilos should still be a passable thing.
Yeah. Unless, like I said, it kaboomed, because Mass Effect logic.
Because the only reason we were running to it and we were driving so fast to it at that last bit and everything, because the gate was shutting. So it obviously could be turned back on. They just didn't have enough time to turn it back on when it was.
Have enough firepower to keep the crucible safe for long.
It's like,
Probably something in there was probably something in Mass Effect 2 where they said it blew up after you went through it or something.
Start now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it still would have been an easy fix for a lot of this.
But this is the
No
only
kidding.
plan we have. If we wait, the Reapers bleed us slowly. Conventionally, we can't defeat the Reapers without the crucible. Get the Citadel arms open.
Yeah, not gonna lie,
Whatever the cost,
that head thing actually somehow fits with a Krogan head.
to all of us.
But yeah, I think they would have been better off just never revealing what Quarians looked like underneath. Or at least not with Tali.
Yeah.
Had it just been no reveal at all, and just like in Mass Effect 4, Quarians had just adapted to their planet, so they were having to wear things that showed more of their face, they probably would have gotten away with it.
Yeah, that's what they should have. That's definitely one thing they should have done.
No, never good to say they should have done this or they should have done that in these cases like that, because you can't guarantee that they should have done anything. At least not in this regard. Because, again, this is a situation where it's not like a 50-50 type of deal, like 50% of the people will be angry and 50% of the people will not be. It's a situation of like 10% of your fans believe this, 10% believe this, 10% believe this, and no matter what choice you do, only 10% will be on your side. That's the simple truth of how that situation with the mask reveals work, and that's the reason it's a good thing that Halo will at least if they're smart, they will never reveal Master Chief's face.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some theories on that ship. Some people think he might be part elite, and that's the reason his face is never shown. Supposedly that being one of the big reasons that the armor never fucks up for him, even though it's killed so many.
It would be interesting. But then we also have that, we have the new, we have the, what's the game right there? The prequel game and everything, which had like 5 Spartans on it.
Halo Reach, but
Yeah.
that one doesn't automatically mean that Chief himself wouldn't be elite bred to some extent, Kit. The theory isn't that all Spartans are bred that way. The theory was that was why Master Chief was this ultimate badass.
Yeah.
Was because he didn't just have human genetics, he also had elite genetics in there too, because elites are so much harder to fucking kill than humans. It's stupid, and if it happened to be found out, like his face did like the weird elite face design, if they remove the mask, people would be pretty fucking upset. Except about 10% of the community. They would be saying, aha, we knew it! The theory was right! Man, we really upgrade our technology since Mass Effect 1. We're really doing some damage now.
They kinda did, apparently. I'm looking into the I was looking at for the animated one of it where they show the kid and everything of Master Chief. Then
I wasn't talking about Halo. I was talking about this kit. They really apparently upgraded their weapons.
I know. But yeah, I found this one. And this scene right there.
Not exactly a face reveal kit. That just proves he's white.
They're getting torn apart.
Which, if you just listen to his voice, kind of made that one obvious already.
Of course. Huh. One of them's on the ship. I don't think I've seen that. I wonder if that's because I have such a low thing.
Probably. You're getting bad endings now, Kit.
Yeah. It's interesting.
You guys weren't ready at all.
Nope. So that's why we're getting different. That's why we're getting different scenes, is because I got the utmost lowest low, you could say, of sorts.
Still kind of dumb that just a couple more resources is all you need to apparently blast through the Reaper forces. It also kind of just furthers the idea that you didn't need the Crucible to win. You just needed more allies.
Yeah, that's true.
Commander. Be careful down there.
We'll be fine. Stay focused.
Also, didn't you agree to like have your helmet off in scenes where you're talking?
It should have been.
Yeah. Sure seems like you're wearing a helmet there.
Yeah.
Maybe I have it wrong. Maybe you're not wearing a helmet. It's an illusion.
Advanced teams are away. Hammer's in position and waiting for you guys to clear a path.
I'll look on these settings again when we get down.
Stay safe.
You're not wearing your helmet here,
I
kid, so
know.
it's obvious that the helmet is removed. That scene was just primed basically for specific ways, probably.
Probably, but still.
Like hell? Take a look for yourself.
And I like how this is a loading screen, actually.
That genuinely looks like a top-down shooter I played a bit ago.
I know.
Sorry, Shepard. I know it isn't easy.
So yeah.
I barely even recognize it.
I don't know why he's having such a hard time recognizing it. It's just London. Hell, the Reapers ain't even been destroying anything.
Yeah. Let's see. I see a Risk version for the board games.
You're looking for tabletops involving Mass Effect. Okay.
Yeah, I see Monopoly, of course.
Monopoly is so simple to make a reskin of, though.
No kidding. Yeah, it just seems like all it is Risk and Monopoly.
They probably didn't want to put forth the effort to actually put out a stupid amount of rules for how a game like that would work.
I see Doom the board game.
Yeah, but Doom is Doom is competent. They somehow made a fucking story from game in like 1980 and still have that shit still consistent today. Keep in mind, Doom used to be considered basically a game with no story.
I mean, it had a story to a point, and to a little bit at least.
Okay, if you go back and look, you can find literal like things giving you details about how the stuff, the demonification process was done and stuff like that back in Doom 1. They actually had a fucking world building session back then, Kit.
Yeah, I remember. There's the Doom book, isn't that? Or the Doom Bible, I think they call it.
I don't think it's called a Bible. I know there's a Fallout Bible, but no, in Doom, like there's little details in the actual game that give you world building. It's not just like you have to buy a piece of paper that gives you lore. There's actual world building in the Doom game, in the first one, way back then.
Yeah. How funny is that right there? How much we've changed and everything, you could say.
How little we've actually changed, you could say.
Yeah.
If anything, what it really shows is just how little people actually pay attention because, again, keep in mind, Doom is haha, boomer shooter where no lore matters, it's just about shooting evil things.
Yeah, hell, I mean, everybody was like, oh, like that for the 2016 one and everything, being like,
Yeah,
hey, if you
everyone
want
was...
to play it without caring about the lore, this game's perfect.
Yeah, it literally has scenes where where the lore is just being smashed in front of you, so you don't have to listen to all the junk leading up to it.
Yeah.
Which is both in character and out of character, simply off the fact of what I was just stating. There is no real back and forth arguing in the early Doom games as to how lore was done. It was basically logs and shit, same as like what Dark Souls and a few of these other ones do in the modern era.
Yeah.
There's just some details laying around that you can learn about if you try. The actual lore is not forced on you, and it's not some exposition dump that tells you what to do, which makes it in line with Doom 2016, but there is in fact lore. Which, by the way, Doom 2016 does it that same way. You can stop at terminals and read. But yeah, most people just took it as, yeah, they're telling the story to fuck off so we can just enjoy the game. That honestly was more of a Duke Nukem thing more than it was a Doom thing.
Yeah.
Like, that was literally what Duke liked to do, was pretty much tell everything, go fuck off, I'm just gonna be saving the women. Yeah,
oh, that was pretty good Doom. That was pretty good Duke voice.
No, it really wasn't.
I don't know, I thought it was nice.
Honestly, that's probably the biggest reason Duke Nukem Forever failed, by the way. Simply put, the whole aspect of that is they have that setup going on. But when you think about it, Duke Nukem Forever spends a lot of time giving exposition. It's really not nearly as engaging and the super game that Doom 2016 was for Doom. Even though it really didn't have a reason to not be. They just kind of took Duke Nukem in the wrong direction.
No kidding there.
If anything, I would say the fact that Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal succeeded is just proof that Duke Nukem is not a dead franchise. They could actually make a functional Duke game. They would just kind of need to do it right. And the question is whether or not they'd be able to.
It's like, where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering... like, there it is!
Kaboom? Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
I should have blasted it toward the towers. Now I gotta wonder what would have happened if I had missed. Would it allowed me to actually?
The Banshee is just called Banshee.
Okay, so good.
So yeah, literally that is just an insult to the player.
Yep.
Hey, you chose Morinth in the last game? Fuck you! She gets turned into a thing in this one. We're not even gonna have you talk to her.
Yeah. It's like, we don't care if you think she was nice.
We don't care if you chose her because she was nice or because you thought maybe her mother was being a complete bitch about the thing, which literally she tries to almost kill herself over the other two sisters. But she was hunting down Morinth. Yeah, sense.
Yeah. Yep, the reason
she
why,
wasn't.
Of course, if you weren't paying attention, was her code wouldn't allow her to live, so her daughter had to leave and everything.
But at the same time, there is another aspect to that as well. Keep in mind, again, she wasn't hunting Morinth to take her to that place. She was hunting Morinth to kill her.
Yeah.
Might explain why Morinth was trying to fucking kill her back, huh?
Nah, really? You think?
By the way, that does kind of make the Ardet Yakshi preserve seem kind of stupid.
Get us out of here, Corporal.
Because keep in mind, Samara makes it pretty clear that they're supposed to hunt down and kill Ardet Yakshi. But there's also this reserved for them that they can live happily in.
It's good to see you.
I mean, I guess you can say she hunts down the rogues who don't choose to go there and everything.
But she also could have easily given them choice by taking there, and if they leave, kill them.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that.
As far as we know, she might have given her a chance to have been there.
It's never brought up at any point, and it's not until this game that you even find out a reserve exists. So it's easy to simply state that lore-wise, she never gave her a choice. Otherwise, it would have made sense that she would give her a choice in that one moment before she has to just kill her, wouldn't it?
That is true.
Keep in mind, she also tries to claim that she actually cares about her family and stuff.
Shepard's the one that brought them together.
So she would most likely be trying to find any way she could to make sure she didn't have to slaughter them mercilessly.
Yeah.
But not with Morinth.
It's good.
Apparently not.
There's the FOB. Looks good. Give Hammer the all clear.
Hell, the fact of how Morinth was starting to act after she joined your team in Mass Effect 2, it's highly possible in Mass Effect 3 she would have went there of her own volition.
Yeah.
Which would have made an interesting aspect of where you could have had the Samara/Morinth crossover aspect. You know, where if you kill Morinth, Samara shows up there, and if you kill Samara, Morinth shows up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was
Morinth
hoping
just gets
for.
turned into, and then we get to see her here.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for and everything. For her to show up for her to show up there.
I get what you're saying. But that's not what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Admiral, we've set up a command center in the building over there.
Looks like we've still got groups coming in.
Yes, sir, but not as many as we'd hoped.
Come see me when you're ready, Shepard.
Will do. He's right. I expected to see more of Hammer here by now.
A lot of them won't be making it.
Sorry about Cortez. He was a good pilot.
You two go on ahead. I'll catch up.
I wonder if you woo Cortez, because I know you can and everything.
It looks bad.
It's like, what would he still die there or not?
You're here. It'll do the troops good to see you. Bolster their resolve.
I'm just a soldier like them.
You might see yourself like that, but they don't. Like it or not, Commander, you're a hero to these men and women. Don't discount the effect that can have on them. I better go meet up
Indeed,
with my
you're a
battalion.
hero. You've done pretty much nothing to gain any of their favor, have been known as a traitor a couple times in a row, and now you're just showing up at the last minute to save everything. Totally a hero.
Of course. When you've done the bare minimum according to scans and everything. You once worked with Cerberus and everything a few times. You have an AI on your ship who's also from Cerberus.
Your ship is Cerberus based.
Yeah,
because keep in mind the SR2 was made by Cerberus.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no real reason people should be seeing you there and going, "Oh, it's Shepard. We're gonna win this." It's not Doom Guy.
Exactly.
Grunt. Certainly. I'll connect you now.
About time you got here, Shepard. Didn't want to win this thing all by myself.
Good to see you back in action, Grunt.
Wouldn't miss it. Shepard.
For him to headbutt through the hologram.
No, kind of looked like it.
Me out of that tank.
Sure, Grunt. It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay. Grunt out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Samara.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
I wondered if I'd see you again, Samara.
It's past time I joined your battle. Your gift for inspiring.
It's amazing. Everyone just happens to be prepared and sitting around for these messages.
I know, right?
Different people.
Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. Farewell, Shepard.
You will not be making it out of this one.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
It's like, nope, I'm good.
I'm done.
Yes,
like-
sir.
It's like Jack gets to leave on hold.
3 people for you to talk to. A Grunt, a Samara, a Jack. Okay, I'll talk to Grunt first. Okay, that call's good. Anyone else? Samara, let's talk with Samara. Okay, well, the last one is Jack. Nope, I'm just leaving.
I want you to coordinate with the Alliance. Make sure we iron out these logistical problems.
Primarch Victus, I didn't realize you were here.
I wanted to return the favor in person, though I'm sorry to see your world looks as bad as ours.
Alright, let me take a look, see.
So we're not going to discuss why it is that they apparently have enough troops to send them to Earth with barely a little bit of Krogan help.
Apparently.
Hey,
It's a shame, Shepard.
I guess they did push them back.
So I guess this is...
Just like old times.
Might be the last chance we get to say that.
Think we're gonna
Yeah,
lose?
it's just like old times.
No, I think we're about to kick the Reapers back into whatever black hole they crawled out of. Then we're going to retire somewhere warm and tropical and live off the royalties from the vids.
I'll meet you there. I think my days of saving the galaxy are over when this is done.
Be sure to leave room for all the autographs.
Just need to beat the Reapers to get there.
James told me there's an old saying here on Earth. May you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. Not sure if Turian heaven is the same as yours, but if this thing goes sideways and we both end up there, meet me at the bar. I'm by.
No, the interest. Now I wish they would have given me an option to learn about theirs and everything a little bit.
Team, Garrus.
Because I felt, because with that I would have been like, hey, I want to know what yours guys is about.
Sorry, Turians don't know.
They don't want to put forth the effort to have you figure that out, Kit. Have you seen how many of a clusterfuck their lore is yet? Do you really want them trying to explain religious motives for like 8 different races?
I know.
Goodbye, Garrus. And if I'm up there in that bar and you're not, I'll be looking down. I'll always have your back.
You know, like I was just about a year ago, about 2 years ago.
Actually comes to a question. You were dead. Shouldn't you have some religious knowledge of what's going on? No. Okay, once again, we're getting into that. Do you really want them questioning that shit?
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that you don't get the memories and everything, but still, that is a good point.
Actually, a curiosity in itself. Again, it's a situation that, yeah, it's a good question that if it leads to more questioning of the situation that if you being a clone kind of gets rid of. Because again, if you're just a clone, then you wouldn't have any memories of being dead.
And now I'm thinking of, I think it's the Weird Al song right there. It's like, I think I'm a clone now, there's always two of me just hanging around.
Yeah. He's literally beside himself. Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they shot in front of me. I guess this gun is useless now.
And now it's back to working order. Like, I'm just gonna steal your med kit, buddy. If I can get it.
What's his condition?
Oh yeah, hefty experience for stealing.
Okay, I'm trying to stay calm.
Can I get over this? No.
See, they even make Major reference again.
Yeah.
You're his only hope right now. The most important thing is to stop the bleeding.
Use your shirt. Oh, okay. There goes.
Yeah, but they don't usually recommend the shirt first.
You need to tear off your sleeve into strips. You're going to make a tourniquet. Now wrap that just above his knee to cut off the blood flow. Tie it off in a knot. Try it again. Pull tighter. What's his condition? Stay with him. If the bleeding starts again, let me know. You're going to make it.
When the Rachni laid waste to the galaxy 2,000 years ago, when all seemed lost and the end was near, one word delivered the killer blow. One word beat the monsters back to the abyss. And one word brought death to an enemy none dared fight. That word was Krogan! And today,
You guys failed to kill them all off. Fuck you.
today, we forge a new path and join the galaxy as allies in victory. Today, we win our future! Shepard, you did it. No matter what else happens today, you did what no one else could. You united a galaxy. That's a victory right there. And don't worry.
Actually, Protheans literally talk about how they united the fucking galaxy. That was all he wanted to nag about.
Yeah.
Meant to tell you, Shepard. Earth reminds me of home. Guess you'll be needing a new planet too. That's okay. Tuchanka's got room to spare. And a guard dog named Calros.
Because that motherfucker somehow survived a Reaper.
Exactly.
What about this zone? We could circle around and flood it with reinforcements.
It's like it didn't blast it underneath. Well, it was underneath and coiling around it.
Shepard, I have a question.
Is it a big or small one?
It is important. Its relevance would be diminished at any other time.
Ask away.
Then wait till later.
In this battle, the Reapers have no reason not to use their full capabilities to destroy us. Their forces are in entrenched positions. They have superior firepower and outnumber our forces. My question is, what makes you think we can reach the conduit at all?
The Reapers have the Citadel. They think they've won, and that's the best time to hit them.
If they have spies or other intelligence, we could lose the element of surprise. In such a case, we will likely lose.
Are you afraid?
Our probability for success is greater than any other plan presented to date.
That's not what I asked. Are you afraid?
I do not understand the purpose of the question.
There's no
What
room for
part of
doubt
it did you
anymore, Edie.
forget,
You understand what you
Shepard?
have to do?
Siri there does not understand logic.
I am clear on what we must accomplish, Shepard. The Reapers have destroyed thousands of civilizations. But they have never destroyed ours. Nor will they.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Time to move up.
Shepard, there is something I want you to know.
I'm pregnant.
The elusive man ordered my creation years ago. Jeff was the one who allowed me to think for myself. But only now do I feel alive. That is your influence.
Thanks, Edie.
Ah, you actually romanced Edie this time, not the Corian. There's the problem. That's why you didn't get Edie's, well, the Corian's picture.
Commander, Admiral, just going over the sit rep.
How's it look?
Looks like a bunch of boxes.
25% of Hammer has reported in.
That's it?
There's some stragglers still en route, but the bulk of Hammer that's still intact has arrived. We're as ready as we're likely to get.
Every minute wasted here, the Reapers gather strength.
Exactly my thoughts. Battalion leaders, report to HQ. We fought hard to get here, but now the toughest part of our mission begins. We've got to drive right through the heart of Reaper-controlled territory, break past their defenses, and get to that beam.
What kind of defenses?
The entire area is crawling with Reaper forces. But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Can we bring in air support to deal with it?
Negative. Some kind of interference. We'll have to take it out from the ground. Now they've cut a swath of no man's land through the city. We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter on the other side, but expect heavy ground resistance. We need to get our tanks to here, if we get close enough. We've got a shot at taking that thing out.
How much of a shot?
That's how easy it'll be.
This will be a one-way trip for many of us. But there can be no retreat. No stepping back. We move forward at all costs, understood?
Booyah. Yes, sir.
Johnson, Coates, you two will coordinate the artillery units.
Who sounded really out of place.
It didn't it?
I'm sending you right up the deck with the resistance.
It was as out of place as your face.
Yeah, so it worked perfectly then.
You sound like you're just 5 minutes away from defecting the moment that a chance arrives.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sir. I agree with you, sir. We'll follow along, sir. Please indoctrinate me. Oh, hey! Wait. Oh, wait, you did get him now. I was about to say, why is Javik there?
Yeah. Yeah, I got him accidentally. Remember? The other night.
Yeah, I remember now. I for a moment, I was really wondering if they did something there.
Reapers will never understand.
Isn't that Cortez there, though?
No, that's the guy who picked me up right there as we were flying away from the crash site.
Okay, he just happens to look exactly like Cortez.
The next few hours will decide the fate of everyone in the galaxy. Every mother, every son, every unborn child.
And you're all following a literal ghost. You can see by the pale complexion he has.
Depending on you to win them their future.
Well, I did come back from the grave.
A future free from the
And apparently, doing so made sure you couldn't get tans.
Yeah.
But take heart.
It's like, well, when you're in the other place, I mean, it's like heaven, of course. I was up in heaven. Wasn't anywhere hot.
Place with all the sun.
Yeah, with all the sun and the heat.
Not in any kind of fiery, cave lit up by fire, where no light beyond fire could exist. Sure, you're bringing him. It's not James.
Yes.
Don't want to give James too much work. Guy's got to sit there and work on his tan.
Exactly.
The tan that'll probably be caused by a fucking Reaper beam.
And yeah, I don't think this is no man's land. I think the part when we're sprinting up to the beam is the no man's land. That you said about last time we were here and everything.
Because they said the destroyer, between you and the destroyer was the no man's land. Not you and the beam was no man's land.
Well, I mean the destroyer is...
No, the destroyer is the opposition, and so fighting towards him the area in between would be the no man's land. See, when you actually look into the details of it, yeah, no matter what you say, this is no man's land. The Reaper wouldn't be in no man's land. It would be the other side of the no man's land. Because that's how no man's land works. No man's land is the two places where the two sides basically run into each other.
So yeah.
And yeah.
It does already say it right there. It's like cross no man's land. Okay.
Understand you're playing on easy and all, but yeah, even on intensity, this wasn't exactly an actual no man's land.
Not really, yeah. We were able to rip through it pretty fast.
Oh, that was funny. You did notice how it actually stunned when you smacked the other one into it, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice little detail. Shoot it in the eye.
Exactly. Just wait until it's firing, then blast away.
I like how they're arguing over the damage dealt by a missile when you keep in mind that missiles can't even hit the fucking thing. Again, they seem to have completely forgot about the kinetic armor that they utilized in Mass Effect 1 and 2.
I was like, of course, but apparently it was not as strong and good enough as real armor.
Kind of bullshit logic as to why they don't use weapons with infinite ammo.
Exactly. Oh, I think that was blind. Like, hold on, gotta refill.
Honestly, with the damage output of this weapon and the amount of time it takes to reload normally, I really don't think it would be that much so you have a cooling system in it.
No kidding. What the hell is he running at right there? His tally was like right here and everything, and he was running over here.
There. Brutes have not been a threat since you first encountered them the first time. And then after that point, they hadn't been a threat anymore because you had already figured out fire just melts them.
Basically. How stupid is that?
Then later they became less of a threat because you found out that James with LMG equals easy game.
Yeah.
Hey look! A little bitty reference to the first part in the tutorial.
Yep.
Alright people, eyes peeled. The buildings will give us some cover, but it gives them a place to hide.
Roger that.
I really have to wonder why they added that right there.
Thing. Jump through the door thing?
Yeah.
I can pretty much guarantee it was supposed to reference where the game started.
Since both were on Earth and everything, they were just.
You're back on
doing
Earth, and you're no longer here weak and running away. You're here doing the things and fighting back. So it's basically meant to be a parallel situation. That'd be my guess, and I'm gonna say I'm about 90% sure that was the intent behind it, because the game isn't a spooky game. There's no reason to have a jump scare, and that literally has no reason to be in your way there.
Basically, huh?
It didn't impact anything to have that thing stand in your way there, so yeah. That's an interesting location. To kill you.
We went poof. Yeah, I think it's only the special monsters that seem to have that and everything along with the husks. 'Cause I don't think the cannibals have anything.
Have what?
Any sort of grab or kill move.
They probably do if you could stand in front of it long enough to allow it, because
let's see.
I think you have to be close to one for a while.
Nope, just gunfire.
Take it as that for now. I don't really want to see you have to die waiting on them to possibly one-shot you. Imagine dying because you're waiting on an enemy to try and one-shot you.
It's like, just kill me already, please.
That's what we're doing. No, I want a special kill. You're not allowed to kill me normally. Hey game, Kit, did you know that powers cannot be used during cooldown?
Really now? Alright, do the marauders have anything? My shield's recovering faster than he can hurt me. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, but you have to stay close to him. Otherwise, it doesn't even try to do it. Apparently, his gun overloaded.
That's funny.
I think what really happened was one of your allies hit him.
Yeah.
Sure, it looked like he was shooting you and his gun just fucking exploded in his face.
Wouldn't that be funny if there was a way? You just had to survive long enough for they there and they'd kill themselves.
Man, that would make an interesting way to play through this game. Like, literally, if you can just duck enough bullets, their guns just explode in their faces and kill them.
Yeah, that would be.
Someone should put that in, like, an actual way to play through a game. Not make it, like, really easy where, like, you can just tank the bullets or something, but, like, make it so that if you can avoid enough of their bullets as they're shooting at you, they'll just fucking explode.
It would need to be something kind of apocalyptic-like and everything. To be like, the reason why they're exploding is, like, the equipment's old and everything.
No.
No?
Just be the fact that they're aliens. No one likes aliens. Let them explode. Just make it something stupid, like they just have like this sort of sensational pride to their society, and if you miss a certain amount of shots, you just explode.
It's like, you have failed to even hit the enemy once. You're gonna
in 200 rounds. Kaboom! You shot 200 rounds at the enemy. He hasn't even taken one tick of damage. You are worthless to us. Kablam! Just explode on the spot. Let me reload.
Oh, almost perfectly. Shoot. It was like, hold on, let me reload. I'll finish you off in a second.
Hey, look, an Asari commando.
Shit. Whose power is doing jack and shit.
Any of these people are doing damage, Kit?
No. I mean, that rocket might have done at least a small bit of damage. But nothing
Because the shield wasn't open. I like how the one guy who had something that might do damage there actually just kind of ducked.
Well, at least the plus is if you get blasted by that beam, it probably doesn't hurt.
It's debatable. Didn't we already discuss that the particle accelerator beam that you were using before, you believe it would have been painful as hell?
Oh, I mean, the way they were basically disintegrating everything.
Yeah,
looks like
you
that
don't
kinda
think they're
hurt a
being
little.
disintegrated in there?
Oh, that one looks like it was quick enough. It would be quick enough to not let yours register. Well, the other one, they looked like they were a little bit and hurting.
Here's a difference for you, Kit. That beam being shot out by the Reaper, if it gets only your arm is gone, and you now have to suffer through that. With the particle accelerator rifle you were using, the moment that beam hit you and it accelerated your particles enough, you just fucking melted. Which one sounds less painful?
Oh, the other one would at least
any
cauterize your
excuse
wound.
to make sure the particle accelerator rifle is the most vicious punishment, right?
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, you can admit the thing would definitely cauterize it.
Get ready. There they are.
Yeah, but a gunshot often cauterizes the wound that it causes too. Still bleeds, Kit. We usually consider gunshots pretty painful too. It's still nagging me that there is no Krogan variant for these husks.
I know, right? There should have been.
With how much they hype up how powerful Krogan are, the first thing you would have figured the Reapers would have taken over was the fucking Krogan.
Hell, you would have figured the brutes would be that and everything, but no.
No, we have two variants of the Tyrian.
Yeah.
We have one variant of the Asari. We got 1.5 variant of human, which is still debatable. While it does look like there's a person shoved with a gun up their ass, being shot out their face, it's still kind of stupid. Kind of makes no sense. What, was there not enough of Batarian genetics left for them to properly repurpose them? So they just went, hey, you know, they don't like humans, so let's fuse humans together with Batarians.
The ultimate insult.
It's actually a bigger question in that regard, because the cannibal's design kind of implies they wanted something more grotesque and horrifying, and then everyone else is just slightly modified.
Basically, guys, I mean the general thing, the Marauders are... boom.
Marauders basically warped and twisted variants with a lot more technological parts of the Turian.
Yeah, but they still look more or less Turian.
Yeah, and then you have the Banshees, which basically look very much like Asaris, just more skeletal.
Yeah, more stretched out.
Brutes kind of look like they just went through some kind of expansionistic aspect, probably probably filled with gases. I wouldn't be too surprised. After all, they do die quick. But the cannibals, well, it's a Batarian, but then it also has warped human flesh molded around a fucking gun. It's an odd man out. Hell, it's not only an odd man out, but it comes to question, what the fuck was going on at the time? Like, think on it. What was happening at the time that the Batarians just, that the Batarians could be taken and turned into their huskified variant, and they just instantly have a gun shoved out a human?
Yeah, the question of, alright.
He thinks there was some Kiki shit going on at the time.
Oops. Oh well, I didn't mean to fire that weapon, but oh well.
You still got to fire it.
Yep.
Unlike last time.
Exactly right.
Missile guidance enhanced.
Firing.
Countering interference.
Did it hit?
I'm not sure.
Is still too close to the beam.
I was like, did it hit? I was like, Oh, I mean, it's still standing up with 0 damage done to it, so I'm gonna say no.
Why would they be focused solely so much on taking over this one area that Shepard's at?
We can do this.
At best, you can guess it's just because Shepard's here.
Why? What makes you so special? This has never been explained through any of the games. What makes you so special? Hell, on top of that, if this was all it took to focus all the Reaper forces, they should just put you on Earth from the beginning and send someone else to do all the rescue mission while you fought endlessly. Seems like a stupid idea, but you were brought back from the dead. You're basically a god. You're basically a god anyway.
Yeah.
They really should just pulled a painkiller ending and just had you down there with a fucking double barrel just blasting away at everything.
Yeah, no kidding.
It really annoys me how you can't see half the time what that thing's health is. You just wait. You're not a cool guy. You need ammo.
Yeah. There we go.
The music's picking up. You must be in the good part of the game. I think you got 2 to be exact, but I think, yeah, you got 2. I think anyway.
Huh.
The Banshees.
I've taken out 2 of them already, then there's just one
Yeah, but I
right
think
here.
you have one here, and I'm pretty sure I heard a second one.
I see one right there. So yeah, there's 2
There you
more
go.
here.
See, my ears don't lie. That was a weird noise.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Ah, damn. There's 2 more.
They always seem to show up in doubles. Run to the launcher.
Yep.
A lot harder time on Insanity. I can't believe that you would have a harder time playing this difficulty when it was a much more difficult game, Kit.
It's like, who could have guessed that?
And the only reason you beat it was because it looked at you.
Exactly.
Are you gonna talk to this one too?
Nice work, Edie.
Shepard, we're on our way to your location.
Roger that.
Shepard, over here. Thank God you made it.
It didn't look good.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
Hackett just reported in. Several Sovereign-class Reapers, including Harbinger, have broken off from the battle with Sword. They're headed here.
Harbinger.
It's an opportunity for Hackett to get the Crucible in place. But we have to get a team on board the Citadel to open those arms now.
We still don't even know what we'll find.
Yeah, Major Coates. That's the guy who's with us, and everything that you're saying looks like him.
He does. They look like they basically killed off Cortez to replace him with someone else for no fucking reason.
Kind of, huh?
Get me Admiral Hackett.
Yep, let's just trust the Reaper's dead, even though we know that the last one we killed like this, it saved life a little bit.
Exactly.
It's now or never, Admiral. We're going in. Acknowledged. I'll send the word. All ships, this is Admiral Hackett. The Crucible is on the move. I repeat, the Crucible is on the move. Protect it at all costs. Everyone, this is it.
Reapers, go! Protect the giant space dildo.
Yeah, hell, you can even tell there's a size difference between them all. In that little shot, too.
Prince.
From here on in, it's a straight shot to the beam.
A straight shot with Reapers trying to crush us along the way.
We just need to get a handful of troops through.
Are expendable.
We knew this was going to be a gamble at best.
Can't think of anyone else I'd rather do this with.
Feels like this fight's always been ours to finish.
You start, well, you... No, wait, no, no, you guys are the reason this fucking fight happened. I blame you. In fact, I blame specifically Turians for all this shit.
Because of Saren?
Yes, Saren.
Yeah, this right here, I would say, would be the No Man Land, of course, but yeah. As the game we said.
Yeah. And now you must just deal with the giant enemy spider.
Yeah. It's like, screw the giant enemy crab. We're upping the stakes to a spider.
It was a Jerma reference.
I know.
And sadly, he didn't bring James, so he can't get a proper tan this time. We can't see if on this difficulty James is genuinely stronger than a Reaper Blast. Man, sure is convenient you knew it was going to stop there.
I know.
Oh, hey, Kit, they're dead.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Paragon, killing
Really?
more people than the Renegade. Every time.
It's like, I find that extremely funny because the Renegade, when that blew up like that, is like, you got him back on you got him back onto the ship and everything. This time they both fry. It was like, whoa.
It's too
detail in there, and no way for anyone to know you're there, they still somehow know that you get on board the beam.
Yeah.
Major coats. And the shots would be so much easier on PC.
They would.
Don't forget, there's going to be a Marauder.
Yep.
After this 2-minute cutscene.
I know, right? There you go, got him.
I was just waiting for you to fuck this up.
So was I.
In fucking casual difficulty, you were about to miss the shots.
It's like, fuck.
Also, why would the Reapers even have a beam like that around? They can't beam onto the fucking ship.
At best, it was for the troops to put to toss corpses into that area.
Then the best thing they could have probably done was set it so that if any individual gets close to it that doesn't count as Reaper, it just incinerates them. You can't tell me they don't have a way of doing that. Then they have a beam that can just molecularize people up there.
That and also people who, and also the Alpha Relay, right? Or the Omega Relay.
Yeah. They have plenty of options of things they could have done. Also, I like the fact that you're already fucking just running away. Or specifically Joker is and such. But hey, on the bright side, Tally isn't going to be aboard his ship this time.
I was like, no kidding on that. It's like, whoa. I was not expecting that bit.
Expected a much similar result as the last run through.
I'm guessing
Your
it's
laziness
just because
has
of
failed
that.
you.
Yep, it was basically because I was being lazy and everything could say. Whee, oof. That's gotta suck so much right there, getting spat out like that.
Anderson. You up here too?
Followed you up, but we didn't come out the same place. Oh, at least I don't think we did. What's your surrounding look like? You okay?
I feel like death. But I'm moving.
They never explain that fleshy substance that is the ceiling.
Human remains scattered.
I don't mean like actually explain it. I'm just talking literally just mention the fucking shit on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Sure. They round them up on Earth, then send the people up here to be processed.
This actually wouldn't make sense, by the way.
Yeah, it just looks like some sort of gas or steam or something.
Pretty sure I see blood oozing from the ceiling.
Yeah,
in
so
places,
do I,
but-
of course. Maybe there's more bodies up above.
But that aside, it doesn't really make sense, the idea that they're going to use these corpses to make Reapers. Remember, they literally had to have humans that they were melting in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
They didn't have dead. They didn't collect the dead. They collected the paralyzed.
Yeah, the paralyzed and alive.
Yeah, these aren't alive. The blood pools say these aren't alive.
I was like, who knows? Maybe there is. Maybe you could do it with. I mean, if Hal, if Shepard could come back from the dead, who's to say
Not
they
a fair
can't just do
comparison.
that?
not a fair comparison.
I know.
Been over how absurd it was that you came back in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
I'd be careful about going near anything in which the words crossover are involved.
Just found that
Especially with feeling like dead, apparently. It's like I'm entertained by this, by just raising it and lowering my arm like this.
Fun you're going to be having with your other arm disabled.
It's like, damn it, I was a lefty.
Actually, that would mean this wasn't a problem for you, if you know what I'm talking about. Nope. The fact that you're a righty would make this a problem.
I mean,
That
it really
would've
doesn't
actually
look
been
like anything's
interesting,
busted
thinking
or
about it.
anything.
No,
Huh?
no, your arm still works.
Yeah.
It's just how you're walking makes it look like your arm's kind of dead.
Yeah.
That aside, that would have been an interesting little thing to just make it so that you could have chose left or right-handed. Literally change nothing about how you actually play the game, just have left or right-handed as the options.
Yeah.
Shepard. I can't.
I underestimated you, Shepard.
You're going to have to kill him, Kit.
Yep, because I forgot that one right there when we were on when we were on the homeworld for the other ones.
Because that matters after you've gotten everyone else slaughtered, right?
Exactly.
Come on, Paragon. Time for you to add to the body count.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Controlling me is a lot different than controlling a Reaper.
Have a little faith. When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in.
And they were the smart ones, and
But
you guys
look
didn't listen.
Exactly.
Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers...
Hell, literally, if you didn't have the relay active, the Reapers wouldn't have even come here.
I would imagine they would get active from the Citadel and everything, though.
Well, no. According to the implications, other places already had relays going before you guys got your relay going, which means that they don't activate all at the same time. And from what we know of, like the Prothean and other such things, and even what the Reapers imply, they only show up and take people out after they've reached sufficient levels of evolvement.
With power, you shouldn't.
So that would kind of work as their little testing grounds. If you have your relay active, you must have reached that point of evolution. Without the relay active, it basically would have told them to ignore you.
We're not ready.
Huh. That is true, I could imagine.
Humanity could have evolved using all that Prothean tech, letting everyone else die to the Reapers, and then just showed up like 10,000 years later and blew the Reapers apart.
Exactly.
will allow me to control.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
Imagine how much better this would have been if you had a scenario in which Cerberus told people not to do that and they decided to take all their research and do that. Look how much they successfully figured out how to control Reaper information in basically 2 weeks.
Basically. Yeah, it's definitely been at least going on for at least a few weeks at best.
No, Kip. Keep in mind, the Sanctuary stuff and such like that, it's connected with the archives you got from Mars.
Yeah.
Eva Core sent them. It's been about 2 weeks, according to the details given with the Quarian Geth War. It's been about a week and a half to 2 weeks since the initial stuff happened to lead to that war. Eva Core stole the information basically at the beginning of the game. So leading up to it, yes, basically it's been about 2 weeks, and they had already figured out how to control in localized ways the Reaper creatures, the husks.
You're indoctrinated.
No.
That's
No.
a couple weeks of
The two
information.
of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You've sacrificed too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
You're not yourself anymore. They've taken you.
Now, you're the one who failed.
Did you save him, Kit?
It's like, had I not forgotten about that last one right there.
But at the same time, Kit, you're a paragon. You chose the renegade option. That's one less kill on your conscience because you were a renegade, Kit.
Exactly.
There. Earth. I wish you could see it like I do, Shepard. It's so perfect.
Looks like everything's going wrong. It was a good idea for you to just lazy through this, Paragon.
Apparently, huh?
All fleets, protect the Crucible.
I'm not even sure why the Reapers would be trying to stop this. Keep in mind that the Catalyst kind of is supposed to be connected with them, the one controlling them, and the Catalyst already says they have a third option here, and that's why they wish to discuss it with you. So, yeah, why are the Reapers even trying to stop this?
That's it. The Crucible is docked.
Commander?
We did it.
It's been docked, and nothing else happens. The story just ends here.
It's quite a view.
See, with everything else leading up to this point, this genuinely would have been the time to
in the
stop the
house.
game.
Yeah, true.
God. Feels like years since I just sat down.
I think you earned a rest. Anderson? Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good.
See, even the music implies that this is where it was supposed to stop.
Heh.
It was a fake out, basically, to send you up to the next part, basically. Is what it basically comes out to.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
Because you have the whole heartwarming moment here. They're dying slowly. You've made the success. You've got it there. You've done your part. Your friends have died in the process. You're going to die. There's no way around it. You just get to look out and see the planet that you have successfully saved. Oh wait, no, we got
do
this
you need
other
me to
part where
do?
now you have to make a philosophical decision.
Exactly.
The crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end. Commander Shepard.
I don't see. I'm not sure how to.
Commander.
And thus you lose your hand.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, it's literally lifting it up. Your hand just gets sliced off. I like how none of the Reapers give a shit anymore. Do you see any Reapers, any combat or anything like that going on out there now?
Nope, there's those. They're just floating, kind of. I guess it's because they're like, hey, he's making the choice. I'll halt for a minute.
The thing is, again, they were trying to stop you from even getting the thing put up there. Nothing about the child makes sense, we know.
Yep.
Why are you here?
There is literally no explanation for why the fuck that this part with this child even exists. It'd make more sense if, like, it changed forms to different things, to different memories. Like, sometimes it was Saren, sometimes it was a child,
It's my home.
sometimes it was this, that, the other thing, as if it was reading it. But the fact it also needs you to melt yourself in one of these choices implies it does not know what's in your head, which means this visage has nothing to do with you.
That is true.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
The Reapers are mine. I control them. They are my solution.
Solution? To what?
Chaos.
Profound.
Bring it on yourselves. The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone.
See?
Just as we
So
left
that
more
would mean
people
that
alive
if they
the
didn't
last
deem
time
you
we were here.
if they didn't deem you as advanced civilization, they wouldn't fuck with you.
Make way
Yeah.
for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
No, you can't. Without us to stop
And even
them,
in that case,
synthetics
it
will
kind of
destroy
makes the
all
human Reaper
organics.
make no sense.
We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
But you're taking away our future. Without a future, we have no hope. Without hope, we might as well be machines. Programmed to do what we're told.
Exactly. That's what they're doing to you.
Yeah.
The fact that you were standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
So now what?
That depends on you.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me, created new possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us. But be warned. Others
Still don't get
will
why they
destroy
show
as
different
well.
characters like
The Crucible will
Anderson
not
and stuff like that doing that.
All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
I guess it's to be like, hey, these guys, what they would pick.
Which,
or
by the
something.
way, they just stated, if you do that, all synthetics will be destroyed, including you, as you are part synthetic.
And then the chaos will come back.
So yes,
There has to be
synthetics being in you
There
kills
is.
you if you choose that option,
Could
according to
instead
that.
use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
So,
But we know from the fact the Asari and others don't die from it.
after all.
Yeah.
Yes, but he could never have taken control because we already controlled him.
But I can't.
And yeah, there's your big reason for why
Control
the
us,
elusive
but you
man
lose
is
everything
not
you
the
have.
good guy here. Is yes, he was completely correct, but we controlled him already, so obviously he was bad.
Yeah, his choices would have been our choices.
It's just an excuse for why they can make it. You have the choice to control them at the end, but you're totally not the same as him.
Paths are open, but you have to choose.
Oh wait, it doesn't have the. Like I don't have the middle option, I guess, because I didn't bring enough troops.
What, you can't pick the middle option?
Yeah, he didn't mention it, did he?
I don't know. I guess that means you're going the control route if you can't go middle, huh?
Yep, I can do the control route.
Or you can shoot him in the head.
Yeah, I mean I could do that.
Let all life be destroyed. Don't do that.
Too bad.
Asshole.
The cycle continues.
Most of everyone.
It's like everybody's already dead that I loved. So, so screw everybody.
James isn't dead.
If you're hearing this, then there is still hope. Hope that you can avoid the same mistakes we made. We fought the Reapers, but we failed to stop them. We did everything we could. We built the Crucible, but it didn't work. We fought as a united galaxy, but it wasn't enough. I only hope the information in this capsule is enough to help you before it's too late. My name is Dr. Liara Tasuni. Herein lies the recounting of our war with the Reapers.
They showed up, we got our asses kicked. The end. By the way, that ending kind of makes it dumber.
It does, doesn't it?
Take a moment to think about what she just said. They tried the Crucible, but it didn't work. So what's that tell you?
That why bother with the Crucible?
Ding! So that means no one's going to try the altered variable situation again.
Exactly.
Which means that literally if the Crucible was important, which it was supposedly, yeah, there's no way to
hell,
actually
you could have
stop
been
it
like,
because you
don't
just
piss
told-
off the thing that's at there when you get this when you get in there.
Well, it's possible no one got a hold of you anymore. Not
Yeah.
like the guy let you out after that. You people killed that time, Kit.
Hey, there you go. The
Paragon.
Paragon. I've killed everybody.
I've saved everybody.
Right.
How? Well, if no one's around left to be saved, I must have saved them all, right?
Right. The renegade. I've saved everybody because I'm an asshole. Paragon. I've killed everybody because I was nice. How funny is that right there?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we finished finally Mass Effect 3. We're done with the series. I can see where it puts me and everything, though. So we can, so I can see if I can pick the other one.
Well, I'd be careful with some of the things. I sent you something you might enjoy.
Did that all
Some
really
Battlefield
happen?
2042 leaked
We'll
stuff.
never know
Don't show
exactly
it on
what
stream
was
or anything
left,
like that.
but yes, the archives tell the true
This time it's a
story
female.
of those who came before us. They fought a terrible
Yeah, it's an
war,
Asari.
so we won't
Yeah.
have to.
You can literally look at the head shape.
Yeah.
Yes, without everything they accomplished, without the information they passed down, we too would be threatened.
What else do we know about the Shepherd?
Just what we have in the archives. But I've only told you a few of the stories.
Can you tell me another one, please?
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
I wonder if they're following the lines of this ending for Mass Effect 4, because that kind of seems like a thing to start with it. That almost seemed like they might have used Liara's voice actor for that.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like her.
Which, if that's the case, her being much older, in the archives, etc., probably fit really well with killing you off and then coming back to revive you.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, it starts me off right
Yeah.
here. Unless I can get it. Let's see.
It's too late for you to start the next game in the series, so that will have to wait.
Here we are. I have it right here where I get spit out from the Citadel.
Okay.
So I can do that, then I can do the do the final one then. But yep, so yeah, on Sunday we'll be picking up we'll finally be starting Andromeda. It's like, I am excited to see. I am sucking shooting at. Let me see if I can get all the way over here. Nope, still hits me. And it won't let me skip this one. Of course not.
Nope. Takes the long, tedious route, which I honestly don't think it's a good idea to even bother with it. We saw the other ending. We don't need to see every single one of them.
Yeah. I went to this one just because I want to see what shows up, because we still had a few things we didn't do, like the Krogan in this one.
Alright. Wait, we did the Krogan.
Yeah, I mean, we saved the Krogan in this one. We didn't in the Renegade.
So that mean you're gonna blow everything up, or does that mean you're going with the merger?
I just will go with the merge.
Not merge, fuck. The, control.
Yeah, the control. Control, merge, both are basically the same, you could say.
Basically. That's part of what makes it so dumb.
Yeah, I know. It's like, let me skip.
Shepard. Shepard.
Anderson. You up here too? feel like death. But I'm moving. It's dark. There's human remains scattered.
Sounds familiar. I'm in a dark hallway. Reminds me of your description of the collector base.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Sure. They round them up on Earth, then send the people up here to be processed.
Damn abomination. I'm gonna keep moving. The sooner we blow these bastards back to hell, the better. The troops don't go on forever. But where the hell are we?
Yeah. Doesn't look like any part of the Citadel I've been to.
Like I said, we could shoot them.
Anderson?
Oh yeah, and by the way, Keepers is still alive, and obviously the Prothean virus didn't work.
I think I'm near an exit.
I see something up ahead. Might be a way to cross over.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
Also, with the inside of this ship, kind of reminds me of the
Event Horizon, I know.
well, that and Liara's ship and everything now. With how it all goes down, with all those parts go down and everything, and electricity crackling.
Anderson.
But that one's made by Solarians.
Shadow Broker.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was
Yeah.
made by Solarians, not Reapers.
As far as we know. Wouldn't that be funny if so? Just one more thing to indoctrinate everybody.
Anderson.
Shepard! I can't!
I underestimated you, Shepard.
What a...
I warned you. Control is the means to survival. Control of the Reapers, and of you, if necessary.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Let me destroy the Reapers.
Still not a believer, Shepard? When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in. But look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But only if we can harness their ability to control.
Bullshit. We destroy them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
We have the Crucible. We can stop them.
No. There's only one way to use the Crucible effectively.
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
see what they did to you.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong. Don't listen to him.
And who will you listen to, Shepard? An old soldier stuck in his ways, only able to see the world down the barrel of a gun? And what if he's wrong? What if controlling the Reapers is the answer?
Even if you could control them, they wouldn't let you.
You're wrong! I can still...
You can't, can you? They won't let you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Listen to yourself. You're indoctrinated.
No! No! The two of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You've sacrificed too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
You're not yourself anymore. They've taken you.
Now, you're the one who failed.
Okay, but your official scenario here, I just want to clarify. Official scenario, Paragon still killed more people. That will be the going forward thing here. So far, Paragon has slaughtered more people in almost every single situation.
Basically, huh? How messed up is that right there? It's like, I'm supposed to be the good guy right there, but I keep killing everybody.
It's
This ending is taking forever.
I know. It's like, yeah.
Still can't skip anything, huh?
No.
I'd like to point out it's been about 10, possibly 15-ish minutes. I'm going to say 10 minutes since you re-clicked that.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, well. This will end and then we'll be fully done, basically.
Protect the Crucible. Come on, just a few more seconds. That's it. The Crucible is docked.
Commander?
We did it.
Yes, we did. It's
Quite a view. Best seats in the house.
It's a long scene.
Feels like years since I just sat down.
I think you earned a rest. Anderson? Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, son. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
Shepard? Commander.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening. The Crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end. Commander Shepard.
I don't see... I'm not sure how to...
Commander.
Why are you here?
What? Where am I?
The Citadel. It's my home.
Who are you?
I am the catalyst.
I thought the Citadel was the catalyst.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
The Reapers are mine. I control them. They are my solution.
So fucking long.
It's like, I know, I hate the how long it is.
What?
It's like,
I
I
really
wish
you
I
would
could
have
jump.
just accepted the ending you chose, or at least not done that ending in the first place.
You bring it on yourself.
I did tell you not to.
The creators
I
will
know,
always
but
rebel
I wanted
against their
to.
creators.
Just because.
But we found a way to stop that from happening.
You thought it was a funny joke, and now we're having to sit through.
Like,
It's
worth it?
been literally 20 minutes, Kit.
I don't think it's been that long.
No.
It was 9:38 when you finished. It is now 9:54 on my end.
Just as we left your people alive the last time we were here.
Certainly, also only 15 minutes.
The rest.
We helped them ascend.
Only 15
so
my
they can make
ass.
way for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all organics. We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
Without hope, we might as well be machines, programmed to do what we're told.
You don't need hope. The fact that you were standing here, the first organic ever, proves it.
I almost wonder if they chose to make it a child specifically so that all this bullshit that they're trying to say actually makes sense. I mean, think about it. The moment you say something like, hey, can we stop the Reapers? It goes, no, you can't.
Telling me this.
Like a fucking petulant child.
Why help me?
That's a possibility.
The variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me, created new possibilities. but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us. But be warned, others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
But the Reapers will be destroyed?
Yes, but the peace won't last. Soon, your children will create synthetics, and then the chaos will come back.
There has to be another way.
Then again, if you just kill these guys off, then it doesn't fucking matter, because Reapers don't come back.
Yep, just a new version might, according to him.
Man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control.
Technically also untrue. Keep in mind the bullshit with the one race that supposedly made the Reapers being so smart and stuff. They supposedly live eons and shit like that. You'd figure they would have learned their fucking lesson after it nearly wiped them out.
Yeah.
We will be yours
And without them
control
making
and
them,
direct
then
as you
it
see
wouldn't
fit.
matter if another race created a Reaper-like thing that wiped out their race and failed to take out other races, would it?
Energy of the
Not
Crucible
really.
to end the cycle. The paths
Oh, and for all your
are
bullshit, if it's only been
but
15
you
minutes,
have to
lo and
choose.
behold, 9:57.
Alright. We're making our way finally to it.
Yes, 20 minutes after it should have.
I know, I never cared for how long this damn ending can get.
Over a joke, Kit.
Still worth it.
I don't think it was. I'm the one who had to sit through this crap again. With nothing to say.
I know.
It will definitely be 9:58 before you get there.
I know, right? Like, I'm so slow.
You're racing a timer currently. Oh, you lose.
Yay.
Still trying to figure out how this is supposed to change Reapers at all. They've got your memories. Okay, so they basically did to you what they already said they do to literally everyone.
Basically, yeah.
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Come on, buddy. We can't stay here.
Damn it.
So what, are they still just gonna follow the sky basically? That would be just lame that they still made the same fuck up. Oh hey, it got destroyed that time. Big Ben did get destroyed.
Aha.
So what? Did they only change certain endings? Because Big Ben didn't even show up in the destroy all synthetics ending.
Not a clue there.
I think that might have been what they did, Kit. Because remember, in that ending, we also got to see a Big Ben still standing in one of the small pictures at the end.
Yeah.
That one just went through a building. That's just definitely a modified ending. There is to explode though. So they definitely just edited parts of this ending.
Yeah.
And thus, everyone dies. Paragon.
Yes, highest kill streak ever. And again with their photoshopped leaves.
To leave those alone.
Huh?
They really need to leave those alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, either the ending where everyone gets eradicated or the ending where you destroy synthetics is going to be the proper ending, because they seem to have put more effort into refining the kill all synthetics.
Most likely. Yeah, I'd say it's just the one on where we destroy everything, yeah.
Your ship is in better shape in that one. People don't actually end up dying and being eradicated in it. Big Ben stays alive. That's an important part for Mass Effect universe lore. On top of that, though, the relays don't get fucking blown up. Whereas even in this one, when you take over all the Reapers, what happened, Kit? The relay still fucking exploded.
Yeah.
The relays just seem to shut down like they got fried in the other one. Oh yeah, Kit, by the way, they're stranded there.
Yeah.
Eternal. Infinite.
Immortal. The man I was used these words. But only now do I truly understand them. And only now do I understand the full extent of his sacrifice. Through his death, I was created. Through my birth, his thoughts are freed. They guide me now.
Imperium now. So yeah, this is another part of the ending, so.
Direction.
Okay, I guess they might actually
Just
be
as
trying
he
to put
gave
something in with
direction
all
to
the
ones who
endings.
followed him. The ones who helped him achieve his purpose. Now,
I guess that would be quite the task.
Very.
Even if Mass Effect 4 fails, if they actually do follow through with that, that would still be an impressive undertaking.
To give the many hope for a future. To ensure that all have a voice in their future. The man I was knew that he could only achieve this by becoming something greater. There is power in control. There is wisdom in harnessing the strengths of your enemy. I will rebuild what the many have lost. I will create a future with limitless possibilities. I will protect and sustain. I will act as guardian for the many. And throughout it all, I will never forget. I will
Wait, that guy
remember the
died?
ones who
Yeah.
Wait,
sacrificed
yeah.
themselves.
Right, this isn't the one with Ashley.
Yeah.
Wait,
So that the
Ashley
many
should have been
can survive.
the one that died in this one.
No, this one was the Caden run with him alive and everything.
Yeah, which means he should have been alive in Ashley's place in the hospital.
He did, but then he was shot when what's his name took over, tried taking over the Citadel and everything, and killed there. You were, I think, gone at that moment. So he didn't
Wait,
even
now
survive.
I remember. I do remember now. He didn't trust you good enough, even though you were a good guy.
Yeah.
Your list is still literally longer as the Paragon.
How stupid and funny is that?
And I will watch over the ones who live on. Those who carry the memory of the man I once was. The man who gave up his
I'll give them
life
to him. They ended the endings and tried to make them something more palatable than what they left the original game with.
Yeah, I will agree with you there.
Except the one where you shoot the guy. That one apparently no one gave enough shit about.
Yep, unlike in the other one right there where the ship was taking up, this one's still being repaired.
So this ending wouldn't really work if you were trying to use the if you're trying to use this as an example of what they would be doing in Mass Effect 4 with the trailer kind of implying an N7 logo,
Yeah.
since your body was literally evaporated.
Basically.
That all really happened?
And now it's a guy
Some
this
of the
time,
details
so...
have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
In fact, it sounds like it's Cerberus' leader.
Yeah. That's what I always thought, too. It always sounds like it's the Elusive Man of sorts, but it can't be because Elusive Man dead.
Anything you can imagine.
Unless he'd been revived, too.
Billions of stars.
Well, it's all possible that he did have a final plan for that shit.
That is true.
Every world.
It's like maybe that's what they'll do for 4. They'll bring him back somehow.
It'd be a dumb idea.
It would be.
They've made him such a massive enemy of the series, he'd have to be an bad guy, and he has no reason to be a bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
Yep, one more story.
This next story is about the Shepherd. Oh, really? It's about the Shepherd? Yes. A different Shepherd in another ship. A different part of the galaxy. Not connected at all with the original story.
And he's called the Pathfinder.
Grandpa, you're not making this crap up on the spot, are you? I don't like your tone and language, young boy. I think it's time I get the sack of oranges.
Yeah.
Took 30 minutes, Kit.
I know. Alright.
Holy shit.
I know. Fucking Christ, on that ending, that takes too long. Oh, we hit the 3-hour minute mark. We're fine. Alright, so we picked this up on Sunday the 15th with finally going into the 4th of the games right there with Mass Effect Andromeda. I cannot wait to see how this turns out right there.
Why you're it's like you expect me to go apeshit. You do realize how bad Mass Effect 2 and 3 were specifically. Mass Effect 1 was kind of bad. I'd say on the bad scale, it was like a 5 out of 10 type of thing. It could be bad, but it was acceptable. Mass Effect 2 and 3 just they just kind of drove off a cliff and strapped rockets to themselves so they could hit the ground faster.
I have to agree with you on that now that I've looked at the plot with everything. But oh well, I still enjoy the series greatly and everything. I still find it fun. It's fun, but the story could use a lot of tweaking and work. Alright, we'll see everybody next time then.